So let's get started. Good evening and welcome to General Council for June 25th. Identification of media. I don't see any. And number two, some community acknowledgements. First, I'd like to say, let us please take a moment of silence to honor the community members we have recently lost. Let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. Also, a gentle reminder on community safety. The warmer weather brings many opportunities to be outdoors. Please remember to be aware of your surroundings and to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Thirdly, congratulations to Six Nations' own Brandon Montour, now a Stanley Cup champion. It was so nice to see the community come together for the watch parties and cheer you and your teammates on. Six Nations of the Grand River is proud of you and can't wait to welcome the Stanley Cup here. Also, I'd just like to, Councillor Greg Fraser, if you wanted to make some comments regarding the watch parties.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. It was a great turnout overall. I think we raised almost close to the same amount of money that we did last year. And of course, all those proceeds are going to go to minor sports. And of course, Brandon's wish was to make sure the youth were actually rewarded in a way that when they played a sport, that also, I think it was the Chief's idea as well, is that sometimes we should include the registration fees to certain families that have trouble affording registration for different sports. I thought that was a good idea. I would like to thank the Montour family for coming out. They were at the watch party as well. So I really like to thank them for all their support. It was a pretty good, I would say, 4 games. The food was excellent. Atlanta Henhawk, I'd like to thank her for supplying the food. And also with our own Lee Thompson for organizing it. And also, she doesn't really have much of a staff, but she did gather up enough volunteers and also use council staff as well. So I really like to thank her for that. Also, Joe Martin, of course, he opened and closed the ceremonies yesterday. He also brought in some singers and drummers. We have a feeling that maybe that pushed them over the edge. And of course, they came back with the cup. So we had to pull out all the stops yesterday, and it was successful. Yeah, I'd also like to thank Pinks for the audio visual. They did a fantastic job, even though we had some glitches with our internet service, but they did pull it off. So it was quite well attended. The next thing is we do have some merchandise left. So if any people want to give council a call or come by, and of course, when he comes, we'd like to be all either a sea of red or a sea of black, because those are the colors that we have. And also, I'm sure we'll keep the community updated on when he is able to come visit. But other than that, I thought it was a great turnout, and I'd like to thank the community. It was a nice gathering every night, and it was good that we all came together for a single cause to cheer on one of our own. So thanks again, and we'll keep you updated.
Yes. Thank you, Greg. Let's go to number 3, adoption of the agenda. There's no additions. Can I have a mover? Moved by Melba. Second by Dale. All in favor? With a comment?
I was just wondering if Nathan could do his things right up front in regards to the technology issues we've got. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he's going to do that. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Seen none, carried. Okay, go ahead, Nathan.
Thanks, Chief. First, I want to apologize to the community for the technical glitches in our streaming platform we've been experiencing the last few weeks. We attempted to try and move our streaming platform over to Microsoft Teams, However, we were faced with a number of technical issues as it relates to streaming on Facebook. So this week we have switched back to Zoom to enable those features, and in doing some due diligence today, we are going to address some of the security concerns that we have with the Zoom through likely some third-party encryption protection software. The main reason we switched, I just want to kind of highlight some of the issues we're facing with the streaming pieces, is that the platforms for streaming are quite vulnerable and do open us up and expose us to third-party actors, bad actors, and could lead to unauthorized access and data breaches. These streaming platforms do allow these bad actors access into our system, and we're just trying to protect our data as best as we can moving forward. So as we go forward, we are going to maintain the Zoom platform, which enables us to broadcast to Facebook. And we're going to do some work around bringing in a third-party provider to provide us higher security for the Zoom to ensure that any malware or cyber attacks are prevented going forward. So I just wanted to apologize to the community for the technical glitches that we have experienced. Also want to apologize to councillors Paulus Bombre as well as Helen Miller for the stream cutting off their comments last week. It wasn't intentional. We just were facing with some technical glitches going forward. So we are on Zoom and we will be broadcasting by Zoom to Facebook moving forward.
Okay, thank you, Nathan. Also too, sorry to say, remaining meeting, we only have 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So whoever is online, Brooke is going to be sending you another link to join, because this one will boot you out. So if you can look at your emails, and she will be sending you another link. So now we have delegations. Our first delegation, Mike Ciccone from Seed Committee, to do the Seed Committee report. Welcome. Welcome tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I do have Rebecca Jameson with me here as well from the Seed Committee. And for now, at least, we have Carolyn Francis from our Nanticoke Refinery online as well. So thank you to Chief and Council for, we do have some slides. I'm not sure if they're. I can start while you're doing that. Thanks for the opportunity to provide an update on the 2023 Seed Committee achievements and an overview of our plans for 2024. Might not be as exciting as the hockey game was last night, but we can go to the second slide. First, a quick reconnect to what Seed is. As you might recall from the last time when I was here with our refinery manager, Jody Grant, following the refresh and extension of the agreement through 2029, Seed has been in place for over 22 years now. It was started under the 2002 agreement between Six Nations Elected Council and Imperial, and the Joint Seed Committee with representatives from Six Nations Education Partners and Imperial have allocated over $6 million towards a variety of community programs and initiatives focused on employment and education in science, technology, and trades. And also Imperial looks to increase our participation in delivery of seed programs and participation at community events to further raise the awareness of the potential local employment and business opportunities we have in the area. Next slide. The seed committee goals remain unchanged, using the funding to benefit Six Nations members and measuring success and adjusting as needed, all in collaboration with Imperial and Six Nations representatives. Next slide. For governance, the seed governance is provided by representatives from all levels of education for Six Nations members and Imperial representatives. For 2023 and for 2024, the members are up on the screen. We have not yet confirmed a Six Nations member to be the chair on the committee. There have been some changes late last year with representative joining for the Grand Erie District School Board, Jessa Light, and Carly Martin representing Great. I've continued to fill the position of co-chair. And as I mentioned earlier, Rebecca Jameson is here from Six Nations Polytechnic and STEAM Academy. Ann Noyes is the representative from Six Nations District Schools. I'd mentioned Jessa from the Grand Erie District School Board, Carly from the Grand River Employment and Training. And then on the Imperial side, there's myself, Michelle Camilleri, who couldn't be here today. She's the Environment and Regulatory Lead for Nanticoke, and Caroline Francis is the HR Manager. So the committee continues to function well through respectful discussion and consensus on decisions. Slide.